Hiya, welcome to GGKCS, the multi-generational podcast slash FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitching, geeky. I'm Cece, and I'm so glad you're here today. Today is Sunday, the 10th of January, 2021, and this is Stitch With Me, episode 38. I'd like to say a big welcome back. Love y'all to all returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. This is my weekly Stitch With Me, and then they come out on Mondays. And then we've changed our recording day to Wednesdays, so full-length episodes come out on Thursdays. And every other week, my 21-year-old kid, Dammy, is on with me. They had to cut it down to half the time because of university. And Pink Pearl, our cat, is scratching her scratching post. Oh, are you coming to be in the video? Do you want to say hi? You know if I reach down to pick you up, you're going to run away. Yes, just like that. So, you always get to see Pink after the credits of the main episodes. Okay, speaking of cats, I am starting a new project today. So, this is Cat in Heart, and it was a kit from DMC. I cannot find it online anywhere. I looked so that I can link it up in the show notes. Can't find it. This was a gift from Michelle Bendy Stitchy, and I made a copy and made it a little bigger of the cover sheet, and then I made the pattern like huge because I can't see. And it came with this 14 count Aida. It came with the flosses, and I just made a floss card because they were all just like twisted together. That is my least favorite way for floss to come because it's like so many of these colors were so close. But I figured it out. I did put in one stitch last night because I was like, I don't want to have to be counting like where, because I'm not a center start person. I start usually upper left, and I was like, I don't want to be counting while I'm trying to do Stitch With Me because I only work on this during Stitch With Me. So yeah. So, well, y'all, it's been a week, hasn't it? It has been a week. Yeah, I don't even have words. It was very anxiety producing and very upsetting, and I know that I lost some followers and some quote unquote friends on social media from what I posted. Why did y'all not tell me I had gravy on my thumb this entire time? I hope I don't have gravy like all over me. I just ate lunch. We had Dairy Queen, which is what's what we typically have usually on Sundays. That's like our one go out to eat, except for we bring it home right now. And I had chicken strips with gravy, and I had gravy on my thumb. I hope I didn't get gravy all over everything. There must have been gravy like on the outside of the cup when I went to go. Y'all don't care. I mean, you do care. Anyway, that definitely lightens the mood, right? Other than talking about the insanity of this week. Anyway, I know I lost some followers and some quote unquote friends on social media, and I really don't care. I don't. This is not something that I'm going to debate over, and so. Yeah, just saying all that. I used to say that, Dammy and I both used to say that, the podcast FlossTube was, we didn't discuss politics or things like that. And that's not true anymore. Because, the personal is political. And we're not gonna shy away from talking about things that are important to us. So I'm wondering how far down I can pull this chart without y'all being able to see it. Right there, apparently. Okay. It's just a little far away and I couldn't totally see it. So, yeah, what else this week? I'm trying to think. I don't even know. Back to work. Well, I mean, I didn't really take a break from work. I mean, had a couple, like the holiday off, but yeah, that's about it. Um, so yeah, just just back to the norm, and I am. I had two cross stitch finishes that y'all saw in last week's full length episode. I finished the Baba Black Sheep that I had been previously stitching on my Stitch With Me's. And I also finished Dammy's birthday cross stitch only like 2.5 months late. I picked back up my Edinburgh Castle, and I just made my goal on that to stitch 200 stitches a week, because that's what I feel like I can do right now. There may be weeks where I do more, but that's 2 squares. And I did have a page finish on it since I talked with y'all last. So I have now finished 6 out of 60 pages. So, it is what it is. It might be a lifetime project. I'll finish it eventually. There are parts of it that are extremely confetti heavy, and that makes it take a whole lot longer versus squares that have, 1, 2, 3 colors in them. So, but when you have a square is 10 by 10, and when you have 100 stitches in a square and you use 40, 50 colors in those 100 stitches, yeah, that can be a little, difficult. What else craft-wise? I'm still working on my second cat vent cowl, knitting it. I think I will finish it not Tuesday, like 2 days from when I'm recording, but next Tuesday, if I keep doing a clue a day. So that, and then I've also been knitting on birthday socks for my bestie, her youngest son Izzy, for his birthday, and all I have left is the ribbing on both socks. So that is really, really awesome. Okay, let's see, hold on. Okay, so we need to do over here. Oh, needle, where are you? I thought about doing these stripes here up and down, but I decided to do them across. It's fine. It's fine. So I only have the ribbing left to go on those, and then I will start a new pair. What I'm thinking, it's right here behind me actually. So this is yarn. There we go. This is yarn left over from a shawl I knit that actually Michelle Bendy Stitchy auctioned it off in one of her charity auctions. And that's the leftovers. And I think there should be enough. There's definitely enough of that one. I think there should be enough to do, I don't know if I'll do inverse, where I do one color toe heel cuff on one sock and the main on the other sock, or if I'll do the one that I've got a little bit more of, if I'll do that for the main on both socks and use the other for the toe heel cuff on both socks. They're a gift. I'm not telling you for who because it's a surprise. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I need to do the math on it and see, but I think I will do. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to use up some of these. I don't know if you can see these skeins right. I mean, there's pom-poms in front of them, but over here on this side of the shelf, there are already caked up yarns that I've used portions of either in other pairs of socks or other projects, like this yarn that I just showed you. I used in a shawl. Okay, hold on. I got to look at my pattern here. Okay, so one further. Okay. I like to try to use those up before I wind a new skein of yarn, even though I do like winding a new skein of yarn and having it fresh and new for socks. But I think I'm going to use up these because I know that the person I'm knitting for likes the colors. So it will I just need to, why are you twisting so that I can't see to railroad? I just need to figure out if I need to do inverse or if I have enough to do the one color for mane and the other for both toes, heels, cuffs. So, yep. And then I've also been working on cross stitch wise my Hello Pumpkin from Stitching with the Housewives. I'm not sure how much I have left on it. I know I have a significant amount. Although I am almost done with the big pumpkin. So I may not have as much as I think I do. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to start on next. I did buy the new Barbara Anna mystery stitch along. I think it's called Dreaming Girl. It starts February 1st. And I had to get it. I had to get it when I saw the spoiler. It's beautiful. But that doesn't start till February 1st. Okay, hold on. This thread, one of them is longer than the other, and I don't want it to come undone and cause me stress. So we're going to cut off the excess, maybe. There we go. I'm trying to think what all is on my Whip Go board. Helianthus is on my Whip Go board, and that was actually spun for January. The square, one of the two squares that it's on, was spun for January, but I am doing my Whip Go board as kind of a year-long thing. So, for example, like I put Edinburgh Castle on 12 squares, and put 500 stitches on each square. So I think I've done 400 stitches on Edinburgh Castle since the year started. So when I do 100 more stitches on it, on my Whipco board, I have a column for when it was called and when I completed the goal. So when I finish those 500 stitches, I'm going to notate the date that I finished, but I won't mark the square off until that square is called. Does that make sense? So even if I don't start on Helianthus by Ink Circles this month, when I do start it and work 5 days on it, then I will mark it off. I was hoping to have enough to finish this row. Let's see, without it coming unthreaded. No. It's going to come unthreaded, isn't it? What else is on there? So Helianthus, Michelle Bindi Stitchy's Winter Witches, Michelle Bindi Stitchy's, this one that I just got, Hildy's Hayride. I need to get the floss for the outside. I don't have that one. That one is Threadworks 01076 Honky Tonk. Winter Witches, Hildy's Hayride, Helianthus. Lindy Stitchy's Cats Love Christmas. So there's actually 3 patterns that are part of that one. But I'm just going to start on one and go from there. All of those projects I put on there twice to do 5 days each on them. 5 days for each of the 2 squares. And then I put this Cat and Heart on there to do I put it on there twice for each square to do 4 Stitch With Me videos. So this will be Stitch With Me video 1 of the first 4. Okay, how many squares does that get me? That was 4 new patterns twice. That's 8 squares. This makes 10 squares. And Castle is on there 12 times. That's 22 squares. Free Space, 23 squares. Oh, finishing Dammy's birthday thing, that was 1 square. And finishing Hello Pumpkin is 1 square. One thing that is not on there, because I did not originally plan to start this until, as she does, Michelle Bindi Stitchy enabled me. I have, is it Lila Studio? Is the designer, I think, of the Halloween Quaker. And I have the pattern already. And Michelle sent me some fabric because we did a fabric swap. She sent me some fabric that I think it's going to work on called Trick or Treat. And it's gorgeous. It's like purples and greens. I need to figure out the floss because like there's one section on the pattern that is got a lot of purple in it. So I need to make sure that that's not on a purple, a hugely purple part of this variegated fabric. Okay, that was row 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it goes 1 longer. Okay. I may need to change some of the floss colors. Michelle's going to actually help me with that. So I've got that because she's doing a sal with that. And then, of course, what I was saying, the new Barbara Anna Stitch Along starting February 1st, that's not even on my WhipGo board. So there's lots of things. There's lots of fun things. So I'm not sure what I'm going to start next. Maybe the Helianthus. I need to look and see what fabric I want to put that on. And so that'll be my first ink circles. But I wasn't able to get that too. It's so pretty. So yeah. So that just goes to tell you that I don't really know what I'm doing next after I finish Hello Pumpkin. We'll see. We shall see. I also, and I don't know if I'll get one done this year or not, the cross stitch that I finished for Dammy's birthday, I have 2 more in that same series, the Cats and Mandala series by Kitty and Me Designs. And I bought enough fabric to do all 3 of them on the same fabric. But I don't know if I'll do another one this year or not. They're not difficult. It's the problem for me comes around that there are so many different flosses used in each petal or leaf. Like I think somewhere between 4 to 6 colors were used on the one that I just finished for Dammy. So I think it was somewhere between 4 and 6 colors used in each petal or leaf. And so that just makes it extremely time consuming. And thankfully the fabric that I got is a tight enough weave that I can carry the flosses and not have to cut them and change them each time. So I did a lot of carrying of flosses on that one. So I don't know if I'll do another one of those this year or not. We'll see. We shall see. So many things to craft. So little time. I've been rambling for like 20 minutes, y'all. It's all right. It's all right. I have my 300 writing prompts book that I got from Barnes & Noble that I like to answer some of them on Stitch With Me when I don't have anything else to talk about. Water. So, let's do this one. What is your mom like? I love my mama. My mama is very compassionate. She does not, if you are friends or family, she does not miss a single person's special day, whether birthday, anniversary. She is so diligent about making sure that that everyone in her life, that their special days are remembered. She always remembers the anniversaries of the babies that we lost to miscarriage, and always reaches out on those. She's very much a perfectionist. You have not seen a cleaner, more organized house than my mama's. She's crafty. She doesn't do a lot of crafting anymore. But growing up, she's the reason that I cross stitch. Her mama, my nana, was very crafty as well, and so we would a lot of times do crafts with her before she passed unexpectedly. But my mom's done all kinds of things. Cross stitch is the one that I remember the most, her doing, but she's tried lots of things. She's not ever knit. Nobody that I knew when I started knitting, nobody that I knew knit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we need to do one out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's the same on the other end. Okay. But she's very, very creative. I get my love of reading from her. She loves to read. I get my love of jigsaw puzzles from her. She and my niece and nephews, especially during the holiday break and especially during the COVID, they have done so many jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, my mom is awesome. I love her. I talk to her on the phone every week on Saturdays, every Saturday morning. They finally got decent enough. They live out in the country, and so there was not good cell and internet service. And finally, they have decent. And so now, actually, she and I FaceTime on Saturday mornings. So that's fun. So I have not seen her in person in 7 years. Because the last time I saw her in person was just before we moved to Scotland. And just because of the finances of traveling, because we live in Washington State now, she lives in Louisiana. That is very, very far and very costly. So I have not seen her in person in way too many years. Someday. So I'm just very grateful for technology, because we can still keep in touch. So, but I would love to go there someday soon, once the COVID's over and all that. So we shall see. Okay, let's see what another question is. Y'all have heard me talk about this before, but we're going to talk about it again. Not this specific question, but my answer. Write about an item you use frequently that you think or hope will be obsolete in 20 years. Forms of transportation that are not instantaneous or very quick. Like, I want transporter technology is what I'm trying to tell you. I want to be able to go see my bestie in the UK instantly. Yeah. Will that happen? I don't know. Will we have faster transportation in 20 years? Oh, I'm sure. But will transporter technology such as what you find in science fiction, such as Star Trek, ever actually be a thing? I don't know. I'm not a science person. I don't know. Would I like it to happen? Yes. Would I use it? Yes. Yeah. That is what I hope is obsolete. I hope we can be able just to transport to where each other is immediately. Okay, we'll do this one and then we'll... Actually, this one's going to be long. I'm trying to think about an answer for this other one, because we're going to save the other one because my answer is going to be long on it. Write about the most recent skill you have acquired. I guess it would be something to do with cross-stitch, because even though I cross-stitched for a number of years, I stopped cross-stitching in 2005 when I started knitting. And then I didn't pick it back up until 2018. No, 2019. Yeah, 2019. But I don't think that I had ever done like any beads in cross stitch, which I've done since then. I did the Mill Hill Kitty ornament, which is not finished into an ornament. It's just sitting in my stack of stuff that needs to be fully finished, FFO'd. I had only ever used Ada prior to coming back to cross-stitching, and since then I have stitched on linen and determined that I hate it, and I don't stitch on linen. I stitch on either even weave or Ada, and that is not saying anything against people who stitch on linen. It's everybody's own preference. I mean, I don't knit with super heavyweight yarns. Personal preference, primarily because it's painful. I end up having wrist and elbow and hand problems when I stitch with, or when I knit with yarn that is heavier weight. It is personal preference, and you use what works for you. And yeah, that's why I'm really glad that there's so many options, because you have to use what works for you, what works best for you. Some people only stitch with DMC, some people use fancy floss, some use a mixture. So I would say it was something with cross-stitching would probably be the last skill that I acquired was, beading, using fancy flosses, stitching on fabric that's not Ada, stitching in hand, because prior to this I had only ever stitched in a hoop. I do use a Q-snap for my Edinburgh Castle, but that's the only thing that I have in a Q-snap. Other than that, I prefer to stitch in hand. I'm trying to railroad this, and my needle does not want to go in between. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's going to be the same thing. We're going to stop right here because I'm not going to be able to get all the way there and back before I stop. So there we go. I made decent progress on that. It's a good start. That's a good start. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to only work on this during Stitch with Me's. So this is probably going to take me several months, which is fine. It's a cute little kit, and even though my kitty Pink Pearl is not pink, we don't know why she was named Pink. That's what she was named when we adopted her from the Humane Society, and I adore the color pink. Obviously, you can tell that, right? It was just kismet. It was meant to be, so we kept her name Pink, even though we don't know why they named her Pink. But anyway, this little cute little pink kitty, and my Pink Pearl kitty. So, all right. Thank you all so much for joining me today. That went by way faster than... It doesn't feel like I've been talking to you for 30 minutes, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that was fun. You can find us online at GGKCS.com. There you'll find links to everywhere we are online: YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, our Facebook group, other social medias, all the places. You can find links there. And we will be back with you. We'll record it on Wednesday. On Thursday with the next full-length episode, and Dammy will be back with me. And we will be announcing a lot of prize winners because Dammy has not been on with me since the new year. And so I was waiting for them to be on with me so that we can announce all the read-along winners. So I'm excited about that. And in the meantime, I hope y'all have a great week ahead. Remember to take care of yourself, especially with as much anxiety and such that is going on right now in the world. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're stepping away from the news. I have to be really diligent about that because I can become just like super focused and not let up. And so I have told myself I can only check the news online twice a day. That's all I'm allowed. So make sure you're stepping away. Make sure you are breathing. Make sure you are, I'm so grateful I started this meditation habit. I think I've been doing it for like 175 days straight now. How many ever months that is? 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. Going on 6 months now. Some days it's only a minute. Some days it's longer. But it is a habit that I'm so grateful that I started doing during this COVID. Make sure you're wearing your masks. Vaccines are happening, but it's going to be a while before all of us can get them. From the stuff that the state put out, I can get mine, I think, by March. Because of my chronic health issues. So as soon as they say I can have mine, I'm getting it. But take care of yourselves, take care of others, check in on people who might be on their own, make sure everybody's doing okay, but do it in a safe way. Okay? Okay. And until next time. I thought Pink was going to meow at me. She's looking right at me. Until next time, I hope you have a great week ahead. Happy crafting, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.